Okay, hello everyone. I'm struggling several. I'm kind of trying to figure out a bunch of different things at the same time, so sorry if there's some confusion. I'm gonna go ahead and get Mako here in the chat with us. I just have to do this, I think. Okay, can you say hello and
Hi everyone, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you really well. We'll have to see if it's coming
Okay,
through on the chat. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me today.
my pleasure.
Hey Shiv, good to see you. We'll just need to get some feedback from chat in a minute here. You know what?
Yeah,
Let me get off of the stream start page as well. That might help with the... Yeah, I think I'm going to end up having to turn down the game volume. So let me just, yeah, because I'm going to have trouble hearing you over this, so let me just get into some settings here.
just let me know if you can hear just fine.
Yeah, I can hear you quite well. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit in game. Let's try 50 for now. And let me make a quick change on the Discord side of things. So yeah, to answer your question, Shiv, this is going to be both learning French and playing Interloper. We'll see how that goes. Might be too
Because
much.
Lopa is just too easy right now.
Yeah,
You
well,
have to make it harder.
even that might be too much for my poor little brain to handle all at once. Not only that, this is my first time having a guest on stream, so I'm dealing with the multiple windows and the volume and the Discord stuff.
I
I'm
get
sh-
it.
I'm sure I'll figure it all out eventually.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Looks like we don't have any music anymore in the game. Oh, got one more thing to do here. Okay. Hey, Kirk. Welcome in.
Hi.
So I think we're gonna start. I think we're gonna start with the game in French and just see how that goes. And
All right.
I am very much a beginner, as I'm sure you're aware. So it'll be
I mean, I've never heard you speak French. Maybe you're actually incredible. Who knows?
exactly. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
um, yeah, that's about it.
10 out of 10.
Let's see. Accessibility?
It's
No.
in
Where would
audio,
it
I
be?
think. Yeah, it's in
It's
audio. I'm
it.
pretty sure.
It's in
Maybe I'm
audio?
wrong, but no, I was wrong.
No.
Yeah, it's been a while, so I don't know.
That's weird. I think it'd be
Maybe
obvious.
accessibility. Yeah, who knows?
Wait, now I'm confused. Let's see. Controls, brightness, fit. So maybe visuals? I don't think so.
Visuals?
Advanced? No.
No, go to
Wait,
display because
it should.
maybe that's the subtitles, like
Oh, visuals
visuals
display.
display. Yeah, see, like third up, bottom third.
Oh, language.
Yeah.
Français. Maybe?
Oh wow, they might have a French like Canadian because like they put France in parentheses. Maybe they have two French. That would be weird. There's like no
No, just
difference
the
between the
just
two
the one. I
languages.
just
So
looked through all of
yeah,
them.
yeah, there's no difference. So. I mean, it's an accent thing, so there's really not much difference.
Oh no, this could go badly. I like how this is still just on, off, normal.
Yeah. Share a lot
Let's
of
retro.
words.
I'm not even gonna try. Oh no. Oh no. Let's
Well, that's half the word. Whatever. Like I said, the translation isn't great, but it's like instead of new game, it's just like new, but you need the game because like the sentence wouldn't make sense without it. Anyway, doesn't matter.
to be fair, in English it might just say new as well. I think it
Yeah, I
does
know.
actually, so it might be
I
okay in
think
this
that's
instance.
why it's yeah. I think that's why it's weirdly translated, but in a French game, it would say like new game, just not just new.
Hi Nana, bonjour, welcome in. um,
Hi.
we are attempting to learn French while playing the Long Dark. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, everyone in chat, just feel free to like speak up, let me know if anything is wrong with the audio or if there's any confusion about anything. I'm sure we'll be speaking both English and French throughout the stream. In true.
Two France. Sorry. Interloper is named Suffering, which I think is great. It's just a great descriptor.
Oh, I thought it was
But
no.
Souffrance is me.
This
Yeah,
is
yeah, 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 yeah.
misery, yeah. In
Yeah,
true.
yeah, yeah. I thought that was so funny that they would translate Interloper as Suffering, but no, yeah, it's misery.
Let's go ahead and validate this.
Yep. Let's validate.
Oh dear. I guess we'll do what we usually do. And we don't need any feats.
Oh, no.
I'm afraid to say any of these words until you tell me how to pronounce them because I feel like I'm gonna make a fool out of myself.
No, there's no. You trust me. I've had many English speakers try to pronounce French words, so I'm used to like. There's nothing wrong you can say.
Yeah.
No.
Um. Oui. I know that one.
Yeah. Bac à sable. Oh my god.
I think half the fun is
Oh
gonna
my
be
god.
hearing you react to these translations.
It's so like I know that like a sandbox is an actual object, like the play area, but it means sandbox in video games. But in French, bac à sable is strictly just the like play area for children.
I
So this
see.
is asking you to name the play area for children. So it's they could have tried something else. Oh wow. Une mystérieuse
Ooh.
tempête géomagnétique. Just a bunch of very long words to get you started.
I'm going to apply my touch. It's weird, like, I feel like it's easier for me to, like, figure out what the cognates are and just, like, do the translation to the English words. Oh no. That's okay,
Like
well...
that. Yeah.
So, in the... I mean, you can tell me what you want to start with, but I know that in the past, I did a very little bit of French when I was, like, a toddler. Like, it's been so long. But I actually did a little bit of German as a kid, and I remember two things that were really good to learn early on was to ask, to learn how to say, how do you say X in French in this case, and also what does Y mean? As just a way
Okay.
to communicate in the language, but also like do some translation.
Yeah. So just to like establish a sort of ground rule, there's actually two kinds of French. That's not really the right way to say it, but like there's the French you learn in language class. That's also the kind of French you will find in like novels, especially like kind of older novels. But then there's the French that people speak,
Okay.
and you don't speak the way that you write, and it's quite different actually, like noticeably different. I've heard French people who try to learn French like in school and are quite good at it, and then they go to France and they're very confused because like the sentence structure is completely different, and you don't use the same pronouns, and like there's a bunch of quite strong differences. So like if I was a true French teacher, I would teach you like the proper way to speak French as if you were writing a novel. But if you want to like learn some usable French, that's something else, and I think that's more useful.
Yeah, I feel like
So
at the very least I would start
yeah,
with the useful, like speaking French, and then
yeah.
maybe if this goes on for long enough that I can graduate beyond that level, then we might talk about the other.
Like for, just like as an example, so you can maybe hear the difference. You asked like how do you say that in French? So how do you say just that portion? If you were speaking proper, you would say comment dit-on? But if you're speaking like normal with people, you say comment on dit. So like you're swapping the two words around.
Homo di
So that's the
on,
kind
like
of
that?
difference. Yes, comment dit-on? Yeah,
Comment
but
dit-on,
that's the
or the
yeah,
other way would be.
that's the comment on dit.
So it sounds to me like you're saying ton in the one instance and just in the other instance. What's the difference there?
Yeah. How do I explain that? So, maybe he does the same in German, I'm not sure, but you know how sometimes to make a word easier to say, like when you string words together, you'll kind of like skip sometimes the end of the word just to make it easier to say, and
Yes.
it becomes part of the language.
Okay, I understand exactly what you mean now. There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so the T in comment dit-on, the T in the middle is just because it's easier than saying comment dit-on. So you put the T in the middle so that it's easier, like it flows easier.
Right. Comment dit-on.
But
And is
yeah,
that
and that's the proper way.
that's the proper way? Okay.
Yeah.
And the
But
way
like
that
if
if you're
you're
just
speaking
speaking
just to
normally?
someone, you just switch the on and the dit. So instead of dit-on, you say on dit.
On dit. So comment on dit.
Yeah.
And
Tout à fait.
that's
Exactly.
what does that mean, or what would it be like what
That's the beginning of the
means?
sentence.
So it'd be like what
Yeah,
means, and then you add the word at the end that you're asking.
exactly.
So
And then at the end, so if you want to say in French, like how do you say word in French? In French is en français.
okay, back up. Back up. I want to practice because I'll forget. So so I could say comment on dit beaucoup.
Beaucoup is a French word, so that doesn't work. So like it would be comment on dit many, because beaucoup is many. Because you're asking how do you say this English word in French?
Oh, I'm saying how
You know
do
what
I
I mean?
say a word?
Yeah. Not what does it mean. It's how do you say this word in French?
Okay.
So, comment on dit interloper en français?
Oh,
Is
that's
how do
why
you
you
say
were
interloper
saying.
in French?
That's why you were saying en français. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, the sentence would be like grammatically correct. You could just say comment on dit interloper, and
and
I
that's just
think
like how
people
do you
would
say
understand.
interloper?
Yes,
And then
but
just
I think people would understand that you're trying to say like how do you say that in French?
right. I understand.
Yeah.
Um. D. Okay.
And then if there's a word like in the game that you want to know, like the what was it that you asked? Like not how do you say? Oh yeah, what does it mean? So what does it mean? Like what does that word mean? What does Nazi mean? For example, would be oh how would you say that? That wouldn't be too complex for you because it's a um
Bonjour, Vita. Welcome
okay.
in. We're just getting started here.
Hi.
Sorry if
Yeah.
sorry if I'm slow to respond to chat.
It's a lot for you like right now. That's yeah, it's asking a lot of your focus.
Sorry, I just really like pile peel, peel de papier. I don't know.
Yeah,
Um,
that's like a pile of papers.
yeah,
Yeah.
peel. Is that right or
Yeah, T, exactly. Yeah.
peel? Okay, peel de papier is the. I feel like I'm gonna do
You
German
you don't pronounce
pronunciation.
the R.
Papier.
Yeah. Like there's a bunch of end of word letters that we don't pronounce, like the S at
Right.
the end of papier we don't pronounce. Yeah. And there's also a bunch of like in Spanish, I think a bunch of letters when you put them one behind the other, they're like the word speak. You say ea is like speak. You don't say speak. You know what I mean?
Right.
So in paper, the pile of paper that you just found, the E and the R, one behind the other, is the sound E,
So pepe.
pied, because there's an I in front of the E and the R. So papier.
Um. Oh, you're saying the er makes the a sound. So papier.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly, perfect.
Papier. And how do you say this again? Peel? I can't remember
Pile
if
de
peel.
papier. Yeah,
Peel de papier. Papier.
exactly.
Can you say it again?
That's right. Pile de papier.
Peel de papier?
Yeah, that's right.
I feel like I'm Americanizing it a lot.
Yeah, you are, but I think some sounds just aren't like natural for I mean it's the same for me. I've been like learning English for a very long time, but there are still sounds that sound very French in my mouth just because like that's not sounds that you make.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I tried I can try to teach you how to say the U, like the letter U, but I have strong doubts. Not that I don't think you're capable, but I have strong doubts that you're going to be able to pronounce it like first try or like even with just a bit of practice because it's just not a sound that exists in English.
So there's two words here. I think one of them is like recherche or something like that, and the other one
Yeah,
is vide. I don't know how to pronounce it. But that's
yeah, no,
obviously
you got it right.
search and searched or something.
So rechercher is search, yeah. Vide is empty.
Okay, so recherche. So you
Mhm.
say that last syllable.
And
So
if you want to try to attempt the French R, it sounds kind of, not exactly, but kind of similar to the J sound in Spanish, like in jalapeno.
rechercher,
Rechercher, yeah.
rechercher. Hmm.
Yeah, I know it's hard. I am aware.
Feels like
But
I'm like
yeah, that's
chewing my words.
yeah, I know. If it makes you feel better, the same sound in English is very hard for me. It's one of the hardest sound in the language. But again, it doesn't exist in French. So I really try to copy, but it's not easy.
It'd be a long stream to learn French, says Vita. Yeah. uh
Yeah, no, languages are hard. That's normal. Oh, and just like as a mention, it's not super important, but I have a northern accent in French.
mm-hmm.
So I'm like you're gonna pronounce words with a French northern accent,
Okay.
just so you know, as a like anecdotal
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um
But yeah, the accents are quite pronounced. Like the difference between like New York accent and like Texas accent, I guess like very very strongly different.
bon courage, is that right?
Yeah,
Says Vita, which I'm assuming is good
courage.
luck.
But yeah,
Say again?
courage.
Courage. Bon
Yeah.
bon bon courage.
Mhm. Yeah. It would mean good luck in English, but technically, like the literal translation is like have courage.
Okay.
Like it's an encouragement. And encouragement and encouragement. Yeah. That's another thing that doesn't exist in French. We have no how would you call that? Like emphasizing, is that the word? Like there's no like syllables don't get emphasized in words. So I had to memorize like word by word in English where you should put the emphasis
Mm-hmm.
because that just doesn't exist in French. So like emphasis, I would maybe pronounce emphasis,
Right.
and that just doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's
The
no emphasis in French.
the joke my dad always made was about putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that like they don't teach that in like in French school, like when they teach you in English, they don't teach that. So I never noticed that there was emphasis on words. Just like it took me years just of listening to like shows and stuff to notice that, oh yeah, there's something very different in how I pronounce it and how the people on the screen are pronouncing it.
So I want to review because I feel like I've already forgotten.
No,
I
yeah.
know
Oh
it's I
wow.
know it's something for asking how to say something, and then
Yeah.
is it
Comment on dit?
comment
Comment on dit?
comment on, and then the consonant sound you're making, is that a T or a D, or is it somewhere in between?
It's a D.
Comment on comment on dit, and then I would say the thing, and then en
En
français.
français.
Oh,
Yeah,
en français.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna have this tendency. Is that spelled en?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have this tendency because like I'm used to seeing some of these words. I'm gonna have this tendency to say like, or not. I can't even think
N.
of.
You're gonna say N. Yeah.
Yeah, or just There's a way that Americans say it that's not quite. It doesn't have the right nasal sound.
I know. I've heard it many times before. Don't worry. No, but it's fine. Those are very hard sounds. Like so the en français, en, and then the I think it's a type of pronoun that maybe I don't think you have in English, un, which is written un, and you put like that's a masculine pronoun, so you put it in front of masculine objects like a tree. A tree is
So
a
thirsty. I
man
can't
in
think
French
straight.
for whatever reason. I don't know why. And so you would say un tree, because and I know that the un sound and the en sound are very close and very hard to say.
Right.
That's one of the accent differences, by the way. Like I pronounce it that way because I'm from the north, but people in the south would pronounce it completely different.
Comment on dit stone en français? And the answer is. I mean, it just looks like the name Pierre.
Yeah, it is. The name Pierre is a stone, like that's a translation of the name. Exactly.
Un petit Pierre.
Une.
Une?
Une petite pierre. Yeah.
Is this a gender thing?
Yes, because a stone is a girl.
Okay.
If you remove the e from une, you get un. So un bâton, bâton is masculine, so un
Okay.
bâton et une pierre.
Un petit bâton.
Yes, un petit bâton. Yeah, that's a masculine word. Do you wanna like take 2 minutes to figure out what you want to do in the game, or are you
As long as I don't get lost, I'll be okay. I'm just gonna go inside and
okay.
wait for the blizzard to end.
Yeah, I just don't want you to like be so focused on what I'm saying that you're like getting killed inside of the game.
No, it's okay. Yeah, here we are. I knew I wasn't too far from here. I mean, it's just Interloper. We'll be fine.
Yeah, it's not suffering or anything.
Now, I feel like this is not pronounced lit. Is this Lee or?
No, yeah, you don't pronounce the T.
Yeah.
Like just as a rule of thumb, if there's a consonant at the end of the word and it isn't followed by like an E, you don't pronounce it.
That's what got me
It's
with
always silent.
That's what got me with courage. Is I'm so used to the idea that for French you just leave the thing off at the end. That
Yeah,
I tried to say. Well, I don't know exactly what I tried to say, but it was wrong. We might have to do starvation mode. Just because.
Even like, yeah, go ahead.
Let's just sleep. Or dormir.
Yeah, dormir.
Hey Mig, welcome in. Yep, America represent.
I just learned a new word because I didn't know that cattails were called massettes in French because they're not a really common, like, I don't think I've seen one in real life ever. And so I
Yeah.
didn't know the name for them.
Yeah, it certainly feels like a very North American plant to me. Like, a lot of stories I've
Yeah,
read, like, they feature prominently in a lot of stories, but I don't even know if they're... I've never heard of them growing in Europe or Asia.
I think they do grow here because I've seen pictures and like old painting from like French masters that feature them, so they must grow somewhere. But if I had to guess, I'd say they probably grow more north of where I currently live, because I live in the very deep south of France right now, and probably like around like marshland or something like that. And there's not a lot of marshland in there is some, but not a lot.
So como is roughly how?
Yeah, it can be used in many different ways, like how. Maybe not as many different ways, but it can be like, yeah. Nana, are you French? Is that why you're saying they grow here? Oh, yay.
I think she's
Oh,
in Germany, but you know,
oh, okay.
here is
Yeah, so
in
that's it's close enough. Yeah.
here is in Europe.
Yeah. Our big country of Europe.
I think you can climb up here, or am I misremembering?
Yeah, maybe there's a rope on the right. I don't remember exactly, but I think maybe there might be a rope.
Well, either way, it looks like we're getting around
Yeah,
the bear.
German. Yeah. Okay, nice.
Okay, so one more time, it's como, and then I can't, or como un ti, or
Yeah. I
como.
mean, okay, if it's easier for you to say it like the proper way, you can say comment dit-on. If it's like easier to pronounce, it doesn't matter. Both are correct.
No, it's just I forgot what the order was.
Okay.
Como un ti,
Mhm.
tree en
You're gonna
français.
have fun because
En, en
there's
français.
a lot of R's of I hate saying that letter. Just the sound. I am not able to say that sound properly. The R. There's lots of R's in tree in French. So a tree is arbre. Arbre.
Arbre.
Yeah, arbre.
Okay, well that's easy to remember because in my language, an arborist is someone who works with trees, and an arboretum is like a
Yeah,
tree museum or whatever. So very
yeah. I'm pretty sure arborist is also the same word in French.
right.
I think I've heard that before.
Oh, those wolves just killed a deer. Um, I
I
don't.
didn't know timberwolves killed animals. I've never seen that before.
Timberwolves will very occasionally go after deer and rabbits if they haven't detected you.
Wow,
Um,
okay. Learning something every day.
Now I could trigger them and then sprint to shelter, and then I'd have a deer there later, but I think I'm gonna get frostbite. It's gonna take me too long
Yeah,
to
I
get.
mean it's just normal interloper. You should find at least some food in the prison, right? Like there's always a little bit of food, and maybe at Cook's farm, like you shouldn't starve or anything.
No, I'll be okay. It's just the problem is, I've been
It's
so
Mako
distracted
mortar,
that
isn't
my
it?
frostbite risk
Yeah, I know.
is about to take off.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think I can
maybe
prevent it at this point. I
not.
think
Yeah,
it's gonna happen regardless.
really? Like, isn't the trailer not very far from here?
Well, I'm already at like 70% or something.
Or the prison is? Oh yeah, I think yeah, maybe that's Cook's farm.
Maybe if I find a flare in one of these things, I can quickly start a fire that way. We'll see.
Yeah, there should be a few cars. Oh, you know what? I think there's a guaranteed spawn of a marine flare in one of the trucks, the prison trucks on the way to Cook's farm.
Yeah, it's
Or
not.
at least I find it often, but
Yeah,
I don't know if it's
I'm pretty
guaranteed.
sure it's not quite guaranteed. I think each one has a 50% chance. So overall,
Okay,
75% chance you get at least one. But even
yeah,
that, by the time I pick it up and start the fire, it might be too late. We'll see.
yeah.
I
I mean,
wouldn't.
it's not like you're gonna keep the safe forever, so
Yeah,
maybe
I
you
wouldn't
get some.
mind starting over either because BlackRock,
For sure.
while learning a new language, is pretty
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah, and it's not the most interesting visually, like the most interesting region visually. So like you could maybe start like a custom game and then pick a region you want and just leave all the interloper settings as they are. Like whatever you want. I'm fine starting.
Let's see if this... Wait, how did I have matches? What? Did I pick
Oh,
up
didn't you pick
I picked up matches without
Yeah,
realizing it?
yeah, no, yeah. No, you know why you missed them? You picked them up in the same container as the pile of paper, and then you
Come
got
on,
distracted.
fire.
Like we got distracted by the pile of paper. But I remember
Hey,
seeing them.
Why didn't that work?
that's hilarious. I'm gonna turn
Yeah,
the
I do remember seeing them.
voice lines off because
Yeah.
Come on, little fire.
we don't need the English voice. Just throw a bunch of these batons on there.
Yeah. But yeah, if you want to start over in an easier region, I have no problem with that.
As long as I don't get frostbite, I think I'll keep this up. Um,
Okay.
I don't think we need this techniques for fabricating munitions, but 95%.
You'll be fine. As long as there's no wind, you can maybe go inside the car if it gets you like wind shelter or something.
Yeah, not bad. I do have to make sure to get out on the other side.
Yeah,
Oh, we
that's
should make some...
interesting. I wouldn't call that. No, go ahead. Finish what you were doing.
Oh, just I should make some water. You wouldn't call this that?
Yeah.
Um,
It is technically correct, but I think maybe that's like a Canadian French. I don't know. I'm speculating. We would call it a boîte à gants, not a compartiment à gants. Just like a box, a glove box instead of a glove like container.
yeah, it might be because it's called glove compartment in North America that it's like they're using a similar word.
Then why is it called glove box? Because I've heard it called, or maybe I'm wrong.
It's
Isn't it
probably
called
called
glove box?
both, but like
Okay.
the official is probably glove compartment. That's what I've always heard it called. It's
Okay.
it's probably similar to how these are called like turn indicators or maybe turn signals, but occasionally people will just say blinkers.
Oh, okay. I
So
see. All right.
glove box is like I think a common enough term for it, but I've always heard it as glove compartment
Glove
in
compartment.
most circumstances.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's like maybe it's the opposite here. Like everyone I know, or has always called it uh, glove box in French, obviously. But I do think it is correct to call it a glove compartment. It's just not like a common. Maybe it's like an older term. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to know in French if it's like because it's an older term, like an old-fashioned term, or if it's because it's a like proper, like posh term. It's sometimes hard to like differentiate between the two.
So while I'm waiting for this water to boil, I'm sure there's like accents and stuff in some of these words, but I just want to get an idea of what I'm saying looks like written out. Is this right for
Yeah,
Como?
absolutely not. There are two M's
Uh-huh.
and then it's ENT.
Oh.
Like,
Okay, so that's Coma Coma. Hang on. I have to think
comment.
about this. Coma.
Mhm, close enough.
All right, Kirk. We got the official ruling. Glove compartment is
Okay.
correct.
Thank you. Then
um
ON.
ON?
No, O. O and then N. Yeah, exactly.
But
And
it's still,
then
but
D.
it's pronounced
No, it's pronounced
uh.
It's not the same sound. It's very similar, but
Okay.
it's en, mm, en, mm. Can you
And
hear it?
and which one is this?
The last one,
So comment is that right?
Yeah, it's
Ish.
like you have to shape your mouth like you're saying oh.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah,
Comment
yeah, perfect. That's
and
very close.
and
Yeah,
then it's like two
very,
or
very close.
something. How do you spell this next one?
G-I-T. Yeah, like that. You see,
Comment
like that.
on
That's
do.
why D.
D. Comment on
Yeah,
dit. Sorry.
perfect.
Comment on dit.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is
perfect.
gonna help me a lot because I feel like
Yeah,
seeing
I know.
it and saying it is gonna help me remember.
And see, that's why, like, when you say like the proper way, that's why there's a T in the middle. In French, we call it like you will recognize the word. We call it a liaison, like a romantic like liaison. And
So the
so
sort
liaison
of
is
correct way
when
is um
no, just and then D, and then you put a dash, and then ON. Exactly, that's the proper way to say.
comment dit-on?
Yep. And so now
I
you
see.
pronounce the T, even if it's at the end, you pronounce it because you say what we call the liaison, which is to make the word easier to say. You say the T so that it links or liaise so that it links the two words together.
Oh yeah, Kirk has a great idea. So next time we have something like that, you can just type
Oh
it in
yeah,
chat so I can
you're
see
right.
it. That's
Absolutely.
a really good idea.
Thank you, Doug. Very good idea.
Damn it. So hungry.
All right, let's just risk an hour of sleep.
Yeah. Oh, do you want to eat? Because you've got peaches or something.
No, I'm gonna go for starvation tactic.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna eat before night. Oh, that didn't go
Oh,
well.
great.
Well, at least my
Yeah.
frostbite risk is down. Is this another blizzard?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. But the cook's farm is very close, and you should be wind sheltered, and there's a cooking barrel, so
Yeah.
the fire will be protected.
I think I might just
And
run
you
to
have
the.
matches. Yay!
I might just run to the trailer too.
Yeah. But yeah, whatever is, maybe you'll escape the Timberwolves because of the blizzard.
No hacksaw. I did a lot of Blackrock spawns when I was doing the one tournament.
Yeah. That is a wild translation. It's not like it's not even a little bit correct. It's like like completely incorrect.
Do I
Bonjour, Zylak.
pour my son?
So if my
Fine, thank you.
if my previous knowledge is correct, comment allez-vous is how are all of you?
Yeah,
Or
it could be that he's talking just to you, but he would be talking to you as if you were his boss or like his father-in-law because of the woo.
Oh, okay. Did I really just
So
get
you,
lost in
yeah,
Blizzard? I thought I was just gonna go uphill and get to the trailer.
turn around. Yeah, you went backwards. You have to follow the reishi up the hill.
Like this, right?
Yeah, like that. Exactly. Yeah. Um, comment as-tu is completely wrong, but there is a tu which is better than nothing, but that's not how you say it.
So the what does the ale mean in there?
It's uh so aller means to go somewhere. Um, so I think it's because of like a maybe a previous meaning of the verb, like from hundreds of years ago. Um, but it also means like in this context, it means how are you doing? But literal like the literal translation is how how are you going somewhere? Like I don't know how to
So like how
say
does
that.
it so
And
sort of like how does it go as in how's it going?
yeah,
Like we'd
kinda.
say
Yeah.
in English.
But it's like the proper translation is just how are you doing, even if the verbs are off.
Right.
And but so comment allez-vous is so either when you're talking to a group of people, so it's the plural, or if you are what we call vous voyez someone, which is when you use the vous pronoun to like signify that you they are above you hierarchy or that they are older than you or like your boss or like I said like your father-in-law or so when you want to show defer- deference I don't know how to pronounce that
Yeah.
um respect.
Kind of like du versus sie in German. Um
Yeah, I know they have yeah similar pronouns. So in that case, it would be singular, like you would be talking to a single person. And if you're talking to someone you know, or like a friend or family member or whatever, you use the tu that Xylox put in the sentence,
right.
except at that point, you do not use the going verb anymore, the aller. You don't use that anymore. You use, I mean, you use that verb, but you use it uh, conjugated. So it's comment vas-tu instead of as-tu. Comment vas-tu? And
Okay.
that's how are you doing for a friend or family member.
Um
I put it in the chat if you want to copy it.
oh that was the comment vas-tu is the like how are you
How
doing?
are you?
If it's like okay, how are you? If it's like an informal
Yeah, it's informal. Most people are fine with people like if you use tu, most people are fine with that. um, Woo is mostly for like important people. So most
okay.
people you would just use tu. Yeah.
So I feel like I keep forgetting. Is this pronounced D?
Yeah.
Okay, so comment on dit some word and then I keep wanting to say auf because it's auf Deutsch if I'm doing it in German. Um
I
um
put it in the chat.
en français. Okay, and I don't have
I know.
the little
Don't worry.
squiggly, so I'll have to do it with this for
It's
now.
it's called a cédille. Cédille.
Sedia?
Yeah, that's the name of the letter that
Yeah.
looks like a C, but has the, because like it's an entire letter. It's not just the squiggle. That's like the whole letter is a letter that we have in the alphabet on top of the C.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you type, are you using like a keyboard with a French layout that like you can just press that and it comes up?
So I don't have a QWERTY or whatever it is. For us, it's AZERTY. So my WSAD is ZQSD.
I see.
And then, yeah, I have a special um, key for the CD. I have one for the euro symbol. All the accents like already mapped to letters, and then symbol. I'm gonna put them in the chat so you can see them. The first are the two dots, and the other is the little hat. And they change the sound of letters as
Oh,
well.
lucky day.
For example, this is our word for Christmas.
Okay, Xylox, sounds good. Yeah, Mako, we didn't even talk about how long we would do this for. I mean, I'm good to go for a while, but I don't want to keep you if you
Yeah, no, like I told you yesterday, I'm free until whatever time in the evening.
yeah.
So
Well,
it's
maybe
only 5 p.m. for me, so there's no worry. No, yes.
maybe in a little bit we'll take a short break and come back and do another like 30 minutes or something, and then I I'm sure at some point I'll start to feel my brain explode, and we'll need to take
Yeah,
a break.
probably.
Take a break until next time. But this has been really fun so far. So I was the one who kind of asked about the comment un shoot. Comment on dit and then whatever word en français. So is there something like that you'd like to teach me how to say, like something that you think is a good beginner thing to learn?
Yeah, I can teach you how to say your own name because I'm pretty sure that we don't say Greek philosophers' names the same way that people in English do. Um, so if you want, I can tell you that.
Um For the purposes of the stream, I'm just Ark. I'm not gonna like I'm keeping my name private. Um but so it probably wouldn't be much
No,
to do with that.
I mean the name of your channel, the
Oh, the
full.
whole name.
Yeah, no, no, not your private. No, no, no.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, like for example, Socrates. We in French we would say Socrate. So that's what I meant. That we don't have
Socrate.
the same word.
Socrate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's a T. Socrate.
Socrate. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember I forget where I heard this. I was watching some French YouTube thing, and they commented how like if you speak French in France, it's like all the English words have to be pronounced in a particular way if you're doing it like the way that everybody does. Like you can't just say the English word, you have to like throw the French spelling or the French pronunciation on it almost.
Yeah, that's
Um
right. Because like it's not like a how would you say that? it's not like a snob like thing. It's just because the pronunciation is so different that if you say it with the proper English way, people will just won't understand what you're saying
Oh
because the
yeah.
words are just so different.
Oh yeah, and it'd be weird, right? Like it'd be like if I said a bunch of stuff and then like obviously we have a lot of words borrowed from French, but I'm trying to think of ones that we use that are even that are like specifically not part of the English language, but we still use them. I'm having trouble thinking of them right now.
I mean, just like the way you say déjà vu isn't at all how we would say it. So if you say
Perfect.
it the French way,
That's
I think people wouldn't yeah.
that's exactly what I was trying to think of. Because if I was just talking normally and I talked about, as I would say, deja vu, it would be very
Yeah.
weird if I instead said it with like a perfect French pronunciation.
Exactly, yeah. I
Because
mean, people might understand like from the context, and it would be the same in French with the English words, but just it would be like a harder thing to understand in general.
yeah.
But yeah, that is absolutely right. And like I said, one of the biggest hurdles for French speaker for foreign people who speak French is just how different like the spoken French. Like comment on dit and comment dit-on, it's like baby stuff compared to some of the bullshit that like it's so different sometimes that like there's this thing maybe
That
I
guy
don't
who
know why
drank
you
his
would
own pee
have
doesn't seem
heard
so
of it,
crazy
but
right now.
there's this thing that we call verlan, which is an entire language that we intersect in French, like put in French, and that obviously isn't taught in schools around the world when they're teaching French. And so when you speak French and you use verlan words in your sentences, that can become extremely confusing. And they are very common words. So that's just like spoken French is very different from the French that you learn in school.
Um. I feel like I'm losing my mind. You were saying you were going to teach me to say something, and I've already forgotten what it was.
Your name, your channel name.
Oh, right. Yes, of course. And you gave me the example of Socratic. Shoot,
Yeah.
Socrate. I
Mhm.
can't tell. So at the end, when you say the T at the end of Socrate, do you say a vowel sound after it, or do you just end it on the T?
I end it on the T because I'm from the north. If I was from the south, I would add a sort of like breath sound that makes the word a lot longer.
Okay,
Um, but yeah, so I just Socrate. I stop at the T.
Socrate. Okay, and then for Archimedes,
Is that how you say it in English? Because I've never heard it said. That's wild. Yeah.
that is indeed how we say
So
it. Archimedes. I mean,
wow.
it's like it's Greek, right? I think.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
So how do you
So
say it?
Archimede. Yeah, I know.
Archimed.
Like
Yeah,
yeah, the ch makes a sh sound in French, not a k sound. So it's not arc, it's
I see.
arch.
I see.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, you see now why I have the nickname of Ark, because
yeah, I
it's
know.
pronounced Archimedes, but then for yours it's
Yeah,
Archimed.
Archimede. Yeah,
Archimed. Interesting.
and just as a note, arc, like on its own, is the French word for the bow, the weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So your name is Bo.
Oh, so I could just say arc, and that's essentially like
That's a word. Yeah.
that's a French word. Is it spelled that
The
way?
survival bow, yeah, like that. The
Hmm.
survival bow in the game would be called an arc. That's a bow. You know, like
Yeah.
archery.
Arc,
Yes, is arc.
arc de survie.
Mhm.
Survie?
Survie.
So, oh right, of course I have to like close my throat and gargle when I say the R. I
Yeah.
forgot. Arc de arc de survie. It's hard to do.
And it's the same with the R in arc. It's
Arc.
arc.
Yeah, arc. I'll try.
I know it's hard. Don't worry. Like that's one of the that's one of the things that we like that we will still understand, even if you pronounce it with the English accent,
Right.
people will understand. That's not one of the worst things that you can mess up. So don't worry.
So a phrase
It's
just
like
popped into my head.
yeah, go ahead.
Tout le monde.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Doesn't seem to.
Let's try to spell it if you want.
Oh, I think I've seen it, so it should be like something like that, I think.
The last word is right. The first two aren't. So the
Is this
first
wrong?
word is yeah, that's right. Okay, and then it's two. So uh, you know, like in shout,
Shout.
it's O. Yeah, O-U-T. So T-O-U-T.
Oh, right. Yes,
Two.
yes, yes, yes. Okay, I remember seeing it spelled that way now.
Like in toupee. That's a word that you use.
Right.
That's how you spell it.
Tout.
Yeah,
Tout
and
le
it's
monde.
pronounced. Yeah. Yep.
Which is like all the world or something translated.
Everybody. It means everybody. Yeah.
Everybody. Okay. Would it be like directly translated all the world, or is it not like
Yeah, you could like it would the direct translation is all the world.
okay.
But
But you
you
just
if you wanted to say all the world in French, you wouldn't say tout le monde. Tout le
okay.
monde is strictly everybody.
I see. Got it. Attention. Is that close?
Can you repeat? It kind of broke when you said it.
Attention. I'm trying to
What is
say
that?
I'm trying to say the French word that would roughly translate to attention or notice, but I could be
Oh,
completely off.
okay. Yeah, I didn't recognize it. It's attention. Attention.
Aha. Yeah, that is completely different from what I said. Attends. And then
Tion.
chion. Attention.
With an S. Attention. It's an S sound, even if it's the T letter, but it's an S sound.
Sorry. It's a what sound?
It's an S, like in salmon or like super.
Okay, an S as in super.
Yeah,
Oh,
attention.
attention. There's
Yeah,
no.
exactly.
It's
Perfect.
not a. It's not an sh sound like shh. It's just like a
No.
sion.
Yeah.
Attention. Ah, okay. I feel like I learned something valuable here. Attention. Well, and of course I have to work on the first two syllables too, but
No, that's fine. Yeah, aside from the EH, there aren't many combinations of letter in French that would make the sh sound. So, yeah.
Alright, I really need to heal tonight, so I think we're going to do some running around. Maybe we should do the running inside. I just need to get tired.
Maybe run against the rock or something, or like run against the trailer.
Oh, does that work? I've never tried that.
I don't know. I've never tried either. I don't know.
It doesn't
Yeah,
seem to be
it doesn't
working. No,
look
I'm
like
just
it.
I'm
Yeah.
just regenerating. Well, I guess we're going inside now.
Yay! Wow! And that's quite a big pack as well.
Get some torches and then go inside.
De récupération, mais je rêve, mais c'est pas possible de traduire les choses aussi mal. I don't know who they paid for the translation, but it's depressing. I mean, honestly, it kind of sounds like the way that Google Translate used to translate stuff when it was kind of okay, but not completely okay. So maybe they just used the computer and they didn't actually pay someone. Yeah, no, there's just too many, like even just I forgot the English word. The melt. Just the melt snow. There's
Oh.
a spelling mistake. So clearly they didn't. Yeah, this is also a mistake. But like literally, like yeah, they didn't spell it right. So I
I
think
see.
maybe they
Okay.
didn't pay someone. Yeah. And they didn't play test it because when you click on the fire, the text is overlapping. So they didn't even play test long enough to like
Oh, yeah,
like
true.
make a fire. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think there was a lot of play testing for languages. I mean, it even I don't know if you heard. I don't know if you even like if you even play those types of game, but maybe you heard about the Chinese translation for Hollow Knight Silksong
I haven't
and
played
how it's
those.
like yeah, it
Um,
the go ahead.
well, I was just going to say I do intend to play them eventually. Like because I saw that Silksong is really popular, and so I'm planning to do a blind playthrough of Hollow Knight at some point, and then if I like it, I'll eventually do Silksong as well.
Yeah, just as an aside from the translation thing, I am a huge fan of Hollow Knight. I've played it so many times, and I bounced off of Silksong so bad that even though I bought it on launch, I only have an hour of playtime in the
Wow.
game. Like
Okay.
I do not like it. Like I strongly do not like it. So you should play the first before just to like get a comparison going because they're not very similar in
Oh
my
yeah. Well,
opinion. But
I'll certainly
anyway,
play. I'll certainly play the first one because my understanding is that one of the reasons there was so much hype for the second one is that everybody loved the first one so much.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
but I've heard a lot of good things
Um,
about the second one from other people, so it might just be like it's just not your type of game, or like there just might be something about it that's not the best for you.
yeah, it's more of the same. Like it's the same style and like genre and everything. It's just that in my personal opinion, they like everything that the first game did, they also did in the second. They just did it worse. That's
Oh,
all.
okay, I
Like
see.
that's my biggest gripe.
Yeah.
But they're very similar games, like in design and everything.
Yeah, actually, the reason I haven't played it, the original Hollow Knight, the reason I haven't played it yet is because I just I don't generally like platformers. There's a few platformers that I like,
I understand.
but I'm generally not a fan of platformers. So every time I saw it, I just thought, I'm not gonna play a platformer. It's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah. It's not like honestly, it's not really a platformer because I'm not really a fan. It's more of a Metroidvania with
Yeah,
some
yeah,
platforming elements. It's more focused on combat, in my opinion.
right. Well,
But
I'm
yeah, there is
sure
obviously there is platforming, like clearly. But yeah.
I'm sure I'll probably like it. I've heard a lot of good things about it. So
if if anything, at least you'll probably enjoy the soundtrack because it's very good. And then if you bounce off the gameplay, then just bounce off. Like it's clearly it's fine. But yeah, but just yeah, to come back to the Silk Song thing, like the translation was so bad that the Chinese Steam players actually tanked the review score for the game for like a while because they were like the second largest player base after English, and since like nearly like 90% of them reviewed the game negatively, it actually managed to tank the score. And like for good measure, like the developers had to like issue an apology and say they were going to try and fix it. But from what I heard, also I learned Chinese for several years in university. From what I understand, the people who translated, because there were people, clearly they were not AI from what I heard, but the people who translated the game translated translated it first very poorly, and second, they wrote it like as if you were translating a game in English and then you used Shakespeare English. That's basically what happened. They were using Shakespeare Chinese, and so Chinese people just hated it. So like even for a game that was in development for that long and had like that much money behind it, translation wasn't play tested clearly. So for a smaller game like the Long Dark, I am not surprised that the translation is very poor. Like now that I've seen the French name, the English name escapes me. The re recycled wood, is that what it's called? Recycled wood?
reclaimed, yeah.
Reclaim, thank you. The reclaimed wood, they translated it. Uh, how could I you know the effect that birch tea gives you where it gives you health back, like it's like regeneration, like recuperation. I don't
Yeah,
know how you would say that.
restore condition or something like that.
Yeah. They translated reclaimed wood as like regenerative or like
Oh
healing
no.
wood.
Oh no,
Yeah,
like regenerating or like
yeah,
Wow, yeah, that's pretty bad.
yeah, yeah, it is crazy, right?
So like I can see here it's obviously container metallic, right? Metal container, but what does the ouvrier at the beginning mean?
It means open.
Oh, it's just giving me the okay. It's just giving me the prompt. Okay. That makes sense. I was thinking for some
Yeah,
reason that it
it's
didn't give you the
open the
prompt.
metallic container.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it does. But in French, you wouldn't say conteneur. That's the wrong word.
Okay.
That's not how you say container. Yeah.
What is this word for then? The
I
conteneur
don't.
or
Yeah, yeah, I know.
is it even a word?
It's completely wrong.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's a word. To me, I could be wrong, but to me it sounds like you know, like what we would call the fake friends, the words that sound right but they're actually not right.
Yes. I
So
see what you're
that's that.
saying. Yeah,
In my
it's
opinion, that's a fake friend. Yeah, that doesn't mean what it should mean.
all right. I think I'm going to take a
Oh,
quick
mobile.
break.
Oh, that's actually quite. Yeah, no problem.
Um what were you saying? You're looking up
No, yeah, no, just when you entered the trailer, instead of saying trailer, it said mobile home,
Oh
which
yeah.
we would say mobile home, yeah. And that's actually how we say trailer in French, which I'm surprised that they got right, because that's one of those words where we we borrowed English words and then we constructed a new word that doesn't exist in English, but that's how we say trailer. So they actually
I see.
translated that correctly. Yeah, I'm surprised. But yeah, no problem. Take a break.
Yeah, I'll be back in like 5 minutes or so, and we'll reconnect. And then yeah, like I said, I'm sure I got at least another half hour in me, but my brain will start to melt at some point.
There's
So,
no problem. Don't worry.
all right. See everyone in a few.
Yeah.
Attention, tout le monde. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thanks. So I was thinking about something.
Mhm.
I was thinking about two things during the break. Let me pull the game screen back up, I guess. So,
That was a productive break.
what's that?
No, go ahead. No worries.
Oh, did you want a longer break? We can take a
No, no,
longer break
no.
if you want.
I was making. I was making a joke. Don't worry. It's
Oh,
fine.
okay. No, we can certainly, like, anytime you want to take a break, we can easily take a break. You can step away for a few minutes anytime you want. Like, I can
No,
keep
I'm good
I can
for
keep
now.
everybody entertained.
I'm
Um
okay.
So, it's but un bâton. And then I can't
Yeah.
remember exactly how you pronounce the um feminine article or whatever it's called for something like Pierre for stone.
Yeah. So
It's
it's the very hard U sound, which is U, U, U.
u
And so
u
you use that sound and you say une, une.
une
Yeah, that's
une
pretty good. Yeah,
une Pierre or une Pierre, and that would
yeah,
be a stone.
yeah. That's funny because of your American accent in French, it gives you a southern accent because I wouldn't pronounce the e after une. So that's funny. It is correct. It's just like you have a southern accent when you say that.
Oh, you would okay, so you would say une in
Yeah, like you kind of stop after the N and you just say like a silent un sound, but the southern people say une,
oh,
like
so
they make
you'd
it
say more
longer.
like une Pierre, and then
Exactly, yeah,
you said the people with a southern accent, they'd say more like une Pierre,
yeah,
sort of.
exactly. Yeah, no, that's right. That's
um
exactly the difference. Yeah,
okay, so my second question about that, because I found it interesting, is that as far as I know, Pierre is a male name.
yeah, it is.
Um, so I just found it odd that Pierre, the object, is
Yeah, you
a
know what? Yeah, it's French. It's feminine. You know what? I'm pretty sure there's like I'm gonna find in like 2 clicks. I'm gonna find which one came first.
oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just curious if that's common or normal, or like if there's any sort of pattern, because obviously you have to learn like what the gender of various words are as you learn French.
I mean, every single word in French has a gender.
Right,
There are no words like no, sorry. Every single noun has
right,
a gender.
yes,
Sorry, like pronouns obviously don't have gender, or like adjectives and stuff like that. But like nouns, I have yeah.
right. I
And
understand.
so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna find because it is one of the most common French names ever. Like it's extremely. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But why is it feminine then? Okay. Uh,
I was trying to think of where
uh,
I'm so familiar with the name Pierre, and I realized that of course it's from Stardew Valley. Have you played Stardew
Pierre,
Valley?
what Pierre? Oh yeah, a lot. I've played a lot. But what's? Oh no, Pierre, like the guy. Yeah. I
Yeah,
know
the shop owner.
the shop owner. Yeah. Um.
Oh, we still have frostbite risk. I gotta get to the whatchamacallit prison.
So apparently, um, the word terre, both the name and the rock, the stone, they
Mm-hmm.
come from Latin, uh, from the Latin word petrus, which makes sense to me, because you know the word petrified, we have the same word in French, so it means being like frozen in stone, kind of. So that makes sense. Um, and so that's where the word comes from, and the name as well. And then I looked up why it's feminine, and the best answer I found was that for most of French nouns, the gender is completely arbitrary. Like when a new word is created, you kind of just decide what gender is going to be, and then you go on with your life. And there's
Right.
not really a why.
Okay.
Um, and that kind of makes sense to me because there are some new words that are being added to the French vocabulary, which are often borrowed words, but still. And we have very long debates about like how we should gender them. And it is completely arbitrary. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like usually like the reason is, oh, it sounds better if you say un or une, and whichever sounds better, and then you just assign the gender and whatever. So yeah.
I really should have just thrown out the Blackrock spawn.
Yeah.
It's too distracting for French lessons.
Yeah, especially if you like you have zero weapons, you have, yeah, it's kind of rough. But I just learned that you can keep Timberwolves at bay with a torch. I thought that it didn't work. I don't know why I thought that, but I always assumed that it didn't work. So usually when I have Timberwolves after me, I stand my ground and I shoot them with arrows. But I didn't know you could like use a torch. So hey, at least I know that now.
Yeah, you just have to be careful not to walk into them.
Yeah. Can you go back to the stove? Brasero. Oh, okay, d'accord.
This is the potbelly stove.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I guess that.
I don't know if that
I don't
affects
know.
the
It
trans.
doesn't sound. I don't think that's what brasero mean in French. Let me look this up. Brasero definition.
So there's a.
For me, a brasero is something completely different. I mean, it has something to do with fire, but yeah, right. That's not what a brasero is.
There's
Like,
an
go ahead, go ahead.
there's an English word, um, like a brazier or a brazier or
Yeah.
something that's like a I don't even know what it is. I associate it with being something that shows up in like fantasy, like in like video game
Oh,
type fantasy stuff
yeah.
where it's like a it's definitely like a fiery like a um
You know what? Like to me, in English, a brazier is, in the Lord of the Rings when they light up the big fires to send a signal. To me, that's what a brazier is. But maybe I don't know what it means.
yeah, I don't think that's yeah, those are like just signal fires or something. I was thinking it was like a it's definitely like a metal object and I feel like it has grates on it. Like it is very similar to this.
Let me look at like pictures of.
Yeah. It's well, one of those words it's like it's very uncommon. Like I don't know it outside of the
Yeah.
video game like um
Oh no, there's a Z. It's not an S, it's a Z. That's why I couldn't find it. Yeah, so pictures of braziers, they kind of look like outdoor, like barbecue,
mhm.
kind of like receptacles that don't have a top, and it has like if you took a barrel and then you punctured holes around, that kind of that's kind of what the pictures of braziers look like. Honestly, they kind of have many different shapes, apparently, if I trust the pictures. But it is a kind of fire receptacle for cooking, I'm assuming.
Okay.
But yeah, so brasero is a borrowed word. It's not French. It comes from Spanish, but we do use it in French. And brasero is much closer to, in the game, like it's one of the rarest fire stuff in the Long Dark. I'm pretty sure I
Fire
only
logs?
know. No, I'm pretty sure it only appears in like two houses in the entire game, and one of them is the cabin in Bleak Inlet that's close to the waterfall. Like it's the cabin that's it's kind of northeast.
Oh, you're talking about
Um,
the rim grill.
yes, exactly. And you see how it's like much smaller and like closer to the ground and has grill on top.
Yeah.
That's what a brasero looks like to me. Like, I
Okay.
mean, that's what the brasero is. Yeah.
I wonder if they use the
Um,
same translation for the rim grill in Bleak
maybe.
Inlet. We'll have to go look at it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe in a future stream.
Chess. Yeah, that's right. That's all right. It's just sad that they Fagota. Oh my God.
That's for Tinder, right?
Yes, but like you don't use that because it sounds like the slur. Like
Yeah.
that's not. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, I know from reading a lot of like older books that the British word for like a bundle of firewood is precisely the slur.
Yep. And it is the same in French. Like a bundle of sticks is called a fagot, but you don't pronounce the T at the end because it's silent.
I see.
Um, and I don't know how true that is, but I have heard, like maybe it's a legend. I have heard that the slur is because like you would use that word to kind of like signify um like you should be burned or something. That's what I heard. That's where the slur comes from in English.
Huh.
Um, but I don't know how, like this is very much take it with a grain of salt. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true. But I wouldn't be surprised if the slur comes from French, just because of how similar the words are. Um,
Oh.
so yeah, I would. You know what? I'm gonna look it up now. I'm curious.
Hey Shu, welcome in. Bonjour.
Bonjour, bonjour. Comment ça va? Oh wow. Okay. Oh, that's so interesting. I mean, that's interesting. It is still slur, but it is very interesting. So the origin of the slur is because they like it used to be an insult directed at women, particularly older women, and it's a shortening of the term slur. I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
Dash gatherer, like because women would go gather
Oh,
sticks.
gatherer. Okay, got it. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
and so like it kind of has the same like what how often uh insults towards gay people kind of have a like I'm treating you as if you are a woman, so
Right.
like
Yeah, yeah.
kind of, yeah. So the word apparently went from being an insult directed at women in the 16th century English vocabulary of criminal slang, quote. Yep. So it went from being an insult directed at women to becoming an insult directed at queer people around the beginning of the 20th century.
Huh.
So yeah, there you go. That's very interesting. That it's one of the things that we kind of joke about in French because I think maybe we are kind of like the Scottish in this way that we use very foul language to punctuate sentences, and it's not really seen as like vulgar. It's
Right.
just like how you punctuate sentences. And so usually people ask like to learn the like French people when they learn a new language, they learn how to say hello, thank you, please, and then like 20 slurs and insults, and and then you teach it to other French people, and so you know how to say bad stuff in every language possible.
Nice.
So yeah. So we learned like many French. I don't even know how you say that. Like insults isn't the word I'm looking for. Like in
Curse
French we
words?
words. Yeah, curse word. Thank you. Um, like a bunch of French curse words from today used to be just like insults towards women, and now they're just basic curse words that have nothing to do with women in particular.
Right.
It's just like how the word like changed. I mean, if nothing else, we'll maybe gonna have the ballistic vest to go around all those walls.
I don't know if I'm gonna get the vest. It's kind of, well, I might carry it somewhere. It's pretty heavy though.
Yeah, it
Um,
is heavy. It's like 15 kilos, right? Oh, I don't know how much it is
oh
in
no no
pounds
no. I
actually.
think it's only like 6 kilos, but it's still quite heavy.
Really? Oh no, it's the batteries that are 15 kilos, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
I think I'm getting.
Wolf is making me nervous.
I love, yeah, I bet. I love how when you interact with stuff, it's like the game is talking to you. Like in English, I'm pretty sure the game doesn't do that. Like it, maybe I'm remembering wrong because now I'm saying it in French, but like when you go in a car, it just says like go in, right? Or like go inside or something.
I think it
Maybe
does say like
I'm
after you click, I think it does say like entering or something like which
yeah,
which would be a
entering.
which would be a short version of like you're entering. So
Yeah, okay.
maybe it's the same.
It is kind of it's kind of quaint. It's kind of cute to have the game be like, oh, now you are going to enter the car and now you are going to search the container, like narrating your every move. It is kind of cute.
I
Have
feel
you
like
played Wintermute? I don't know if you've said that before.
I have not played.
Okay.
I might play at some point. I kind of bounced off it the first time, but that was like the very first time I played the game. So obviously I've improved a lot at the game since then.
It's not it is my opinion again, but I don't find it very compelling. Like the story, I don't think it's super compelling. The only thing, like if you ever decide to just like try it out, without spoilers, obviously, episode 3 is the only episode right now that's from the point of view of Astrid, whereas all the others are from the point of view of Will.
Mm-hmm.
And um, episode 3 is also the only one that has mechanics that do not exist in survival, because in survival, obviously, you're the only person in the world. And in episode 3, Astrid is a doctor, or I'm pretty sure that's canon. And she, like, one of the mechanics, without going into the story, is like uh, trying to find survivors from the plane crash.
Yeah, I've heard people
And
talking about like carrying
That's
the survivors back. Like
yeah.
I know a few of the
I
little
didn't want to
details.
say that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't want to say it in case you didn't know, but
yeah,
it is, in my opinion, the best part of Wintermute because like you have to search for them first of all, like they're not obvious, like
yeah.
you don't just stumble, and then when you find people, because you're a doctor, you're able to like patch their wounds and like diagnose
Oh, that's
whatever is
nice.
wrong with them. Yeah, it's super cool, and then you pick them up on your back, and so like it's like dragging the travois. You're super slow down, and then you have to bring them to the community center in Pleasant Valley
Yeah.
so that they can be safe. And that's why in survival there are multiple beds in front of the fire in the community center. It's for the plane crash survivors in Wintermute, and I really enjoyed that part. It was my favorite part of like the 4 episodes. Um, in my opinion, it was super enjoyable. But the story itself is a bit like meh.
Yeah, so I actually started playing just before episode 3 came out because I actually remember the old rural crossing where Thompson's is now. It was just like the store and maybe one or two
Oh
houses.
wow!
Because
Okay, I
because
didn't know that.
because I was only playing survival mode, so that whole area of the map was empty, and of course there was no plane crash either. So they added
Oh no,
the
yeah.
plane crash and the whole of Thompson's Crossing to survival, and obviously for episode 3.
No,
Um,
you're right. I completely forgot about that because like I did remember one day going into Pleasant Valley and being like, wow, there's like broken trees everywhere and like the snow has changed. And then I found the plane and that was like super exciting. But I had completely forgotten that Thompson's Crossing used to look different. I just remember finding the plane one day. Uh, 'Cause I started playing. I don't remember what year it was, but I do remember that the thing that got me to try the game is because I saw somewhere and I don't remember where, and it's frustrating. Like it's been frustrating me for years, but I remember having seen somewhere a sort of like advertisement or something that they were reducting the first 2 episodes of Wintermute, like the Wintermute Redux was coming out, and I saw that somewhere, and that's what got me into the game. So it must have been before they released episode 3. It's when they did the Redux.
yes, yeah, I kind of remember reading about that because I think I don't know, my early days with the game, there was a lot of like maybe playing it a little bit and then like having months where I didn't do anything with it. So it's hard
Yeah,
to remember in detail. And plus
I know.
the first few times I played the game, I didn't play in Pleasant Valley at all. I was just doing like
Mm.
Milton first and then Mystery Lake, I think. Maybe a little bit of Mystery Lake. It's hard to remember all the details. I remember being very
I
frustrated because Stalker, like I started out in Stalker and I was so frustrated because it was a bit on the easy side. And so I wanted to try something harder, but I could not figure out how to play Interloper. Like it just seemed impossible to me.
yeah.
I think we need more torches before we go
But
downstairs.
when you start the game, it's like I don't remember much of like playing the game at the beginning, but I do remember my very first try at the game because it was kind of an interesting thing that never happened to me after that. Because I spawned. I'm pretty sure I picked Voyager. I don't remember exactly. It wasn't Pilgrim, that's for sure. But I don't remember if it was Voyager or Stalker, and I spawned in Mystery Lake, and I'm pretty sure I spawned like super close to the dam because one of the first thing I did was explore the dam. And like every new player, I'm sure, I exited the dam without realizing that the door was one way,
Oh
and
yeah.
so I got Yeah, so I got stuck in Winding River with obviously no knowledge of the game because it was my first time. No matches, no nothing. And there was a blizzard and it was nighttime. And so I got completely lost in Winding River, having no idea that it was actually a super small region. I thought like I had entered a massive new region. And I just like I kept running around on the river trying to find somewhere to make a fire, but I didn't understand how fires and like how the wind worked. So like I kept trying to light up fires and they would get blown out, and eventually I died of like cold exposure in the blizzard in the night Winding River. And that just kept like it got stuck in my mind because it's such like a bad luck as a first player to just like get lost in the blizzard in such a tiny like corridor region. So yeah, that was, and then after that I was hooked.
I remember being so annoyed the first time they got me with the damn thing because it just didn't make any sense to me that like if you were in that situation in real life, you'd prop that door open with a stone. Like you wouldn't go, like you would
Yeah.
open the door and look first. You wouldn't just go out and just be
Yeah,
like
I know.
clang as the door closes behind you and you have no way back. So and it's
And even like, yeah, go ahead.
well, it's kind of the only thing in the game like that. So it's just a weird thing
Yeah,
for them to
right.
throw in.
That's why I said that like that's why it stuck with me so much is because it's kind of a random like thing to do, like to put in the game and not put it anywhere else. And there's not even like a obvious sign that says like one way, or like it's kind of not obvious that the door is one way. And then I don't remember 100%, but I'm pretty sure I had to Google how to get out of the river the next time I went in, because it like to me it wasn't obvious that you could walk across the edge of the dam,
Right.
and so I never figured that there would be like a window that you could climb in on the other side. So I had to Google like how to get back inside.
Yeah, I think I just never went out that door for the longest time after the first time
Yeah,
because I was so annoyed at it.
yeah, believe me, it was the same. Because like, wow, what a way to start like this new game just to get stuck outside.
An urgent stimulant.
Urgence in French is emergency.
Right, urgence.
Like not like in the context of like medical stuff, not like in a you're in a hurry.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So the emergency room in French is just urgence. Like if you have to go to the emergency room, you will go to the urgence.
I see. Yeah, we have
Yeah.
we have two sort of categories. I mean, both are used, but so like there's the emergency room at the hospital and then there's like urgent care, which is slightly less
Yeah.
um uh crucial, I get, or like what's the word?
Uh, pressing, less vital, less.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. I guess we'll carry
I
this.
don't think you. I don't think you took the water from the previous toilet. Maybe I'm wrong. Not that
Oh, like
one.
this one?
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong, but
Oh, you got
I'm not
it.
sure. Yeah.
Not that it really matters. We can always make water, but
No,
yeah,
not really.
I did forget to do that.
So you don't know why the chair is broken. Wow.
Or why all this blood is here? Nope, I don't know anything.
Yeah, or why all the blood is here. Yeah.
And in fact, I remember specifically when BlackRock came out was the first time that they released the episode for Critical. Kirk has got it. More Critical. What was I saying? The oh yeah.
About the release of Black Rock, yeah.
They released the Wintermute episode first. So I had to like carefully
you're
avoid
right. Yeah.
I had to avoid all spoilers so that I could then go in and explore it completely blind in survival mode later on. Well, I was hoping for more cloth, but maybe I can get some from the guard, whatever it's called. How did I miss?
Yeah, the barracks
Yeah.
next to the workshop, they probably have some cloth, yeah.
Of course, what I'd really like is to just find some gloves. Four cloth is so expensive for gloves. At least we don't have the frostbite risk anymore.
Mm.
Ooh. I bet those would give cloth. I had
Yeah,
like
they do like 6. I think they give 6 cloth each.
If only I had a hammer.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we do 10 or 15 more minutes of French, because I feel like we've mostly just been talking about the long dark.
Yeah.
What should we go over next? Oh no. I'm going the wrong way.
If you want some basic like conversation basics,
Yeah, sure.
or yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how earlier we talked about comment vas-tu? To mean like how are you?
Right. Comment vas-tu? And that's the it would be
The familiar, the
right.
like informal, yeah. So it's actually still formal, like it's the proper way to say it informally. Like yeah, it's kind of a lot, but the actual way you would like if you see your friend or your family, you would just say ça va.
Ça va.
Yeah, like with
Yeah.
a question mark.
That's
at the
what
end,
that's what Shu said earlier in chat. Ça va.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the C from sa has the squiggle because that's what makes it a sound instead of a k sound.
Okay.
Otherwise, it would be kava instead of sava.
And that C with the squiggle is called, somebody typed it up there. Maybe it's, I think it, sorry, say again.
Cédille.
Cédille. And that's
Cédille, yeah.
Cédille?
Cédille.
Cédille or Cédilla? I'm looking at the spelling and I'm like trying to say the A at the end. Cédilla?
No, there isn't an A. I don't. Maybe it was a typo.
Oh, okay.
No.
Cédille.
Maybe Xyloc made us. Yeah, it's an E at the end. It's not an A.
Oh, it's an E. Okay. Cédille.
Yeah, Cédille. So you just say ça va, which just means like how are you?
And is that
and it is,
short
like, it's
for?
a question, but it's also the answer.
Is that short for like comment ça va?
Comment? Yeah.
Okay.
It is.
But it's just like
so like you.
It's just like an informal, like you just say part of it because it's like used so much. It's like that sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
Like we might say sup or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So you would like if you talk to someone, you would ask ça va, and if if they're doing well, they'll answer ça va, which is like it's just the same. It's a call and response.
Got it.
And then to say hello, we like you could just say bonjour, which is perfectly correct. And if you don't say bonjour when you enter a place, people will look at you very bad.
Oh, I've heard
Because if
that. I've heard that
yeah,
it's very rude to just start talking to someone without saying hi
yeah,
first.
like it's so rude that oftentimes, like if you go in, like even if you go in a business or something, and you just start speaking, people will like look at you and say bonjour
Yeah.
insistently, as if to say like you better say it because I'm not gonna serve you and until you say something. Yeah. So like I said, that's perfectly fine. Like it's everyone uses it every single day. Um, but if you like if I go see my mom or like if I talk to a friend, I'm not gonna say bonjour. I'm gonna say cou.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, cou,
Ku with a C?
coucou. Yeah, with a C. Coucou.
And how do you spell that?
Cou.
Okay. And is that short for something or like whew.
So uh, I'm pretty sure that it comes because it's the same word as the name for the bird, the
Okay.
cuckoo bird. And so because the cuckoo like says cuckoo when it speaks, I've heard that that's why we say it because it's kind of something you hear, but I don't know how true that is. But
So
I've always heard that that's why we say it.
so you wouldn't walk into a shop or like greet someone that you don't know with that. It's like a
No,
this is like somebody that you're very familiar.
yeah, this is pretty informal. Yeah, uh, I don't think you've got an equivalent in English, but it is very informal. Like you would never say that to like your teacher or someone in a business
Okay.
or like a shopkeeper or anything like that.
And do you always say is it cuckoo or you just say one or do you
It is
say
cuckoo.
both?
That's the whole word. So you just say cuckoo.
Okay, so you say both. The first time you said it, I only heard it once, and so I thought you were saying coo, but you're saying cuckoo.
No, coo on its own is the neck. Is the word for neck.
Okay. So we've got ça va, bonjour, coucou.
Yeah. So like very very commonly, I see my mom. I say coucou, ça va, and that's hi. How are you doing?
Okay. I'm gonna add this to my list just because this is the other thing I was gonna say when we got back from the break. Just because of the way my brain works, like even with English, I always like know how words are spelled, right? Like if I'm using a word, I can see the whole spelling for it in my mind. So I feel
Yeah,
like it's very hard for me to learn a word and not know how to spell it because it just like
I understand it. It's the same for me.
so you're saying
I really need to know how it's spelled.
so
No,
you're
it's a single word.
okay.
Yeah,
Just
like
like
that.
our cuckoo bird.
Yeah, exactly.
um
Exactly.
okay, cuckoo. Um and then I'll just write the I'm assuming it's just that.
Yeah.
Ça va?
With the CD, but obviously you're not able to put it, so that's fine.
Oh, the yeah, okay.
Yeah, but that's It's no worries. And just as an aside, it's not important, but just so you know, we always put a space between the words and the punctuation mark in French.
The words and the punctuation mark.
You put a space in between va and the question mark.
Oh, like that.
Yep.
What
And
about what about for the
go
end
ahead.
of a sentence, like a period at the end of a sentence?
No, for the period you don't put a space, but you put the space for the question mark, the exclamation mark, and for the I think you call them semicolon. I think.
Uh-huh. Yep.
And
And the regular
no,
colon
and
too,
that's
or
it. No, no. For what do you call the colon? The
so
comma? What's the colon?
this is colon, this is semicolon.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you put a space in front of colon and semicolon.
Okay, so for both. Okay.
Yeah, the only ones you don't put a space in front of are the comma and the period. But you put a space after, obviously.
Right. Yeah, just like normal. Not trying to impose an English-centric worldview on this conversation, of course.
No worries. Like it's more just like for the anecdote, because when you speak, obviously it doesn't matter if you it's just a space.
Yeah. Kirk says, by the way, this is very entertaining to have our play with a partner, like a person to share ideas and information, minus the French lessons under the stress of evading wolves. Yeah, it is kind of cool because in addition to the French, we've also just been like talking about like going to the prison and like did I have matches
Yeah,
and where is this and how do you get to that place? It is an interesting thing to do. And the French gives us an excuse to do that and keep it a little more interesting than perhaps it would be otherwise. So, I like that.
yeah, nice. I'm glad you enjoy.
Well, I hope you enjoy this. You're very kind to give me so much of your Friday afternoon here.
No worries. As I have a lot of free time, unfortunately. So.
Yeah. I don't remember there being two refrigerators here.
Um,
Hmm.
I was gonna say I think there are, but now that you say it, you're kind of making me doubt remembering that there are two of them. So yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know
that does
actually.
look right, I guess. It's just weird because
Yeah, it doesn't happen anywhere else, so it looks weird.
yeah. And maybe sometimes like more of these are closed or I actually don't know if this is
Yeah,
um like the unlootable ones. I think that's semi-random. Like sometimes they are and sometimes they're not. I could be wrong about that.
but you think that? Yeah, I don't. Actually, I don't know. I was gonna say that it's fixed because the one in Milton, like in the farm, always has the freezer open. But I'm kind of doubting that as well. That maybe sometimes it's random.
Hmm.
I don't know. No, I think you're right. I think it's random because like when you visit the houses in Coastal Highway, sometimes like you can search the fridge, and sometimes yeah, maybe it's random. Yeah.
So I was just thinking I would go upstairs and go around to the pharmacy, but I just realized or whatever that medical bay is called, I forget.
The
Infirmary.
Marie or
Yeah.
whatever.
Infirmary, I forgot. Um the this is the only place we have beds to sleep here, so I might as well spend the night here. Um
Yeah, because it's just cars otherwise if you want to see.
yeah. And I want to sleep 10 hours and heal some more. We can also make some herbal tea, which will be nice.
Yeah.
So, bonjour, coucou, ça va, and any other Common phrases that I should start to learn?
So another word for like to say hi, that's somewhere in between bonjour and coucou in terms of like formality, is salut, which maybe you've seen.
Yeah, salute.
It's the
And
same. Yeah.
that's with a D or no?
No, there's a T,
It's a
but you
T.
don't pronounce the T. Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
so it's
salut.
not pronounced at all. It's salut. Or is it?
It is silent. Yeah,
Okay, salut.
salut. And so salut actually works as hello and as goodbye.
Right, I was thinking I had heard it used as a goodbye at some point.
Yep.
And this has like an accent mark, right? I think I've seen it like over the
No,
U or
it's just
something.
like that. No, there's no accent.
Oh, there's no accent mark. Okay, salut.
No. And yeah, that works with both. Um, Same as that's kind of a uh, regional variation, I would say. The word adieu, which I'm sure you've seen because I know that English borrowed it. Adieu is almost exclusively used to say goodbye. Even worse, it's like goodbye forever or like goodbye for a very long time.
Okay.
Um, it's like I'm never gonna see you again. Goodbye. Um, so adieu is goodbye, but in the south of France, like in very specific parts of the south of France, people will actually use it as hello, which was extremely confusing to me when I first moved here. So that's a regional variation for you.
Oh, I forgot to mention this last time. One downside of using the French language is that the wood matches start with an A, and these are listed in alphabetical order. So you actually have to cycle to the torch every time you
Yep,
want to start a fire.
yep, that's right.
It's pretty interesting that changing the language has such significant impacts on the gameplay itself.
I think that's pretty common in games because, like, I know that. So I watch quite a lot of speedruns for. Like, I used to watch quite a lot of speedruns for Hollow Knight, but since Silksong came out, there's not really much of a speedrunning scene anymore because everyone moved to Silksong. And so in the speedrunning community in Hollow Knight, they actually changed their game language to simplified Chinese because it makes the text of the dialogue go faster, and that way they can finish the game faster.
Oh, right. For this, yeah, I have seen speedrunners do something like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a very neat trick.
Yeah, I find it very like it's even funny to watch like a bunch of people who speak a bunch of different languages trying to navigate English Chinese menus to learn speedrunning. So yeah.
I have 2 cups of herbal tea. I guess got one from... Oh, wait, I have a lot. Where did I get all of these from?
Really? Yeah, you've got 3. You must have found them like laying around.
I know I found... Oh, I think I found one in the microwave here. And
Oh yeah, maybe.
in the prison there was one sitting on the table. I know, because it can also be like a full tin of coffee. It can either be a full tin of coffee or it can be one herbal tea.
Okay.
So I always hope to get the tin
Wow.
of coffee there. And of course we got the herbal tea this
You got
time.
scammed. Yeah. Two, no, they don't. The English, the voice acting is only in English. But I've been recording a French version to make a mod. But no, the game doesn't have other languages for voice acting. It's just in English.
Yeah, that would be cool. If you I would love to play with Astrid with your with you doing all the French lines. That would be pretty cool. So I mean, we got plenty
Yeah,
of time, plenty
I
of time
know,
to get to the
right?
point where I would even be able to understand it, but
Like I said, it's for my mom normally, but if it can help other people, might as well make it good. I'm just not a very good actress, so it's gonna be very poor voice acting. But at least it'll be in French. So
I don't think I want to risk any more food poisoning tonight, but should be able to heal with this. I feel like I'm this is what I mean about my brain starting to melt. Like I feel like every time like we're talking about some French word or some French way of doing something, and then I get into the game a bit, and then I'm like, what was I thinking about 2 minutes ago? And it's like just completely
yeah,
gone.
I know.
It's pretty funny.
It might be easier, like if we had been just talking about French words in the game, maybe it'd be easier for you to focus. But because
True.
we're like doing a bunch of French that has nothing to do with what you're doing, it's kind of a lot.
Alright, it's almost time to sleep. Let me just lose some energy climbing over here. I don't think we climbed up here yet to see what's up here.
There, I'm pretty sure once I found a rifle up there, like one time in Stalker. So that's fun.
Ooh, a thermos. Very nice.
Nice.
I like the fact that it's called isotherm. Um, in
It is, yeah. Go ahead, go ahead.
I I don't know how much you know of this, but in English, iso is a prefix meaning to keep the same. So like when I took physics, we learned about like isothermic reactions, which is or isothermic processes, which is processes where the temperature stays the same, and there's isobaric where pressure stays the same, and isometric where the volume stays the same, I think. So it's just
Yeah, I
it's
know. Yeah.
it's just interesting to see like the isotherm being the language of choice there. So how do you pronounce that
Yeah.
in French?
Isotherme. Isotherme.
Isotherma. Ah, isotherma.
Terme. Yeah.
Are you saying are you saying th are you doing the th sound or just the t sound for
No. TH doesn't exist in French,
okay.
so the H is always silent. There is never a time where you will pronounce the H in French
Okay.
after the T. It's always silent. It's a remnant of like the Greek, so we don't say the H. And the S in ISO is pronounced like it's a Z.
Right. Um isotherma.
Terme.
Therma.
Yeah,
And of course the R
terme.
we'll just let that slide for now.
No worries. And it's interesting what you said about like the physics, like the that it's a term from physics. It's actually quite common in French where the name for something will come from like a very technical vocabulary place,
Okay.
and it will only be used like in that word and then in the technical like vocabulary. So like isotherm is exclusively, from what I know at least, for like thermos, like some thermal bottles.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever had it used for another like object. It's only for the bottles and then for physics. That's it.
Right.
And that's quite common. Like there's a bunch of words where you're like, why did you use the technical word? Why didn't you just use the many other ways we have to say that? But yeah, it's one of those cases.
I'm gonna take some very
I think
minor.
sometimes we just like to go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. I was just gonna say I'm gonna take some very minor food poisoning risk here with these these items.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is my theory that sometimes the French Academy, who are the people who make the dictionary, which is a whole another kind of ones, but I think sometimes they kind of enjoy making it more complicated than it has to be. Something that might come up at some point, if we keep doing this, is that there are quite a few cases in French where the singular version of a word is different from the plural version of a word. So you have to learn two words to say the same thing.
Oh, that's
It's kind
interesting.
of, yeah. I think it's the same in Spanish and German, but I might be completely wrong. That like you can have differences depending on like the context, like that the same word has differences. But yeah, it happens. Like for example, the word for garlic is different. Like if you're talking about a single clove of garlic, and if you're talking about many cloves of garlic, you have two different words.
So that's a
And
very interesting example because what about if you're talking about a bulb of garlic?
so we don't make a difference. Like a clove of garlic and a bulb of garlic is the same thing, is the same word.
So it's
We don't have a word for clove.
okay. Okay, so if I'm following a French recipe and you're trying to tell me how much,
We'll just say garlic.
will you say how much garlic?
I mean, maybe like we are like a lot of our cuisine is from the Mediterranean. Wow, I cannot say that word
Mediterranean?
from the south. Yeah, yeah. And so you just put as much garlic as you want. Like it's a lot of garlic. I mean,
Okay.
you're gonna use a lot of it. But no, like for real, if you really need to measure garlic in a recipe, maybe it will be by weight, I guess.
Okay.
Um, maybe you're gonna say how many cloves, but in that case, like how would you even say that? Maybe it's possible. It's not. It's just not very common. You're just gonna say garlic at that point.
Yeah. It's just interesting
But
to me, right?
yeah,
Because obviously all the recipes that I've ever seen say, you know, how many cloves of garlic?
yeah, I
And
know. Yeah. And for a similar but slightly different example that about gender, like gendered words, um, the word for love, which is pretty well known, like amour,
right. Amour?
changes
Amour.
gender. Yeah, so amour is masculine. It's a boy, and if you're talking about several loves, then it becomes a girl.
Oh,
And so you're
interesting.
gonna gender the word differently depending on if it's singular or plural.
So I feel like I've heard
But like that's very go ahead.
two phrases with amour, and one of them is mon amour, and the other one is me, I think.
Me?
Well, maybe I'm confusing it with like I might have just heard like some Italian or something and gotten confused. So if that doesn't sound right to
Yeah,
you,
because no, me like the I'm pretty sure it's in Spanish. My love is mi amor.
okay,
So maybe
that's
that's what you heard.
yeah, that's probably where I've heard it. And then in French it would be mon.
Mon amour. Yeah, and that's a pet common pet name.
Mon amour. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
It's less like maybe I'm wrong, but my love in English feels quite formal to me, like
Yes.
quite yeah. it's much more common in French. It's a very like basic pet name.
Right.
But that's one of the interesting thing about like one of the things that we wish we had the same as English. We actually don't have a word for like and love. Like we only have a single word for like and love. So
Right.
it's not super easy to to translate and differentiate between like basically you would always say that you love something because there's no word for like. So you love your friends and you love Chinese food and you love like there's no like.
Yeah, well, even with English, I remember from my high school days that we have the, like, do you like that person or do you like that person? So
Yeah,
there's always
I've
some
heard that. Yeah,
there's always some confusion there.
yeah.
Um, was there something I forgot to write down here? So you were giving me a list of like useful phrases, and so obviously, bonjour, I know, coucou, ça va. I feel like there was one other that you did after that. It was just like, this is a useful phrase
Yeah,
to
but
know.
no, it wasn't very useful. It was just like because I was talking about how to say hello, and so I told like hello and goodbye, and I told you about adieu, which in the south they can also use to say hello, because it means goodbye. It means goodbye forever. Uh, I don't know if you have a word for that in English, like it's a final goodbye. Doesn't really mean that someone is dying, but just like you're never going to see them again. That's what it means.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I
And
don't think we have that.
yeah, and so in the south of France, people actually use adieu as a hello, which is very strange when you've always heard it used as I'll never see you again. And then someone comes up to you and says, "Hey, I'll never see you again. How are you doing?" And you're like, "Oh wow." Oh yeah.
All right, well, I'm thinking, and I think it's probably unlikely that there's a good place to save the game.
You could just break an ankle or something
Well, no,
because you have a bandage.
I mean beyond this, right? Like I just saved the game by coming back in.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
thinking that this
Yeah,
might
yeah, yeah.
be this might be a good place to call it, and we can pick up
Yeah,
in some future stream
no problem.
if you'd like to.
My pleasure.
Merci beaucoup. Did I do that right?
Avec plaisir. Yeah, avec plaisir.
Thank you so much. This was very generous of you to spend all this time with me, and I feel like I've learned a lot. I'm gonna have to go over everything and practice reading some words. I'm actually really excited about this. Yeah, and
Okay,
Shu is
well,
saying,
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
yeah, I hope chat enjoyed this. Maybe, who knows, maybe some people in chat can learn French alongside me here. It's obviously gonna take me some time to gradually pick up some stuff. But yeah, this was great.
I mean, it took me like 10 years to become fluent in English, so you're gonna have to
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be
be
a very,
patient.
even if I get to the point where like I can sort of stumble my way along and have somebody sort of understand me,
Yeah.
that'll be a huge success, I feel. So
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. You surprised me a lot that you were able to say the sound and the U sound. I never would have thought that you'd be able to say those like on the first try. So
Well,
very
thank
impressive.
you. I appreciate
Because
that. I
that's
don't
usually
know if
what people
it's
struggle the most.
I don't know if there's a reason for that or
Yeah, maybe you just, I don't know, maybe you conceptualize. Oh yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Hmm.
you still struggle with the R sound
Yeah,
like I do, for
I've always been
example.
terrible with
So,
R sounds. Like I've never been able to do the rolling my R for Italian sounds or like
yeah,
any of the
French.
like any of that stuff where it's like you're making an R sound but you're also like you've got I don't even know how to describe it. It's like there's two pieces of skin near the back of your throat that are like very close together that are making
Yeah.
certain sounds, and it's like that's just very, very hard for me to learn to do.
I mean, I don't know much about German because I took Spanish in class, but um, I'm pretty sure there's a sound in German that's very similar to the R sound in French, the sort of that kind of come from the back of the throat.
Yeah, they have another R sound like that. Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
languages with R sounds, I guess, that are hard for me.
So like if you, yeah, if you could pronounce that in German,
I never
you're
really
close enough.
I never
It would be
really
understandable.
got to the point with my German. I mean, I did a very little bit, and it was mostly just like I could read and understand, but I never was like speaking, so I didn't really learn that aspect of it.
Yeah. That's the hard part. It's the reason why I kind of learned English on my own. It's because like when you're in class, you don't really get to speak, and you just like listen to recordings or the teacher, and there's not much conversation. So I just learned on my own how to speak. So yeah.
Yeah, this isn't my first attempt. I think a few years back I pulled up like Duolingo or something and tried to learn some French, and it's just so hard when you don't have like somebody to talk
Yeah,
to. It's very
I know. It's the same for every language. I was a major in like translation and interpretation for quite a while, and I learned Chinese and like Japanese and some other stuff. And like when you don't have anyone to talk to, you will make so much, like so little progress compared to just spending like an hour talking to
mm-hmm.
someone. It's like the difference is very impressive. Like when it's something you do every day, like for years, the difference is very noticeable when you have someone to talk to versus just a textbook.
Yeah, and I know from experience, I think I mentioned that I did math tutoring for a while on one of my streams, and I've like learned
Mm.
musical instruments and taught those a little bit too. I just know from experience that like part of like a lot of learning happens in your sleep, and so there's
Yeah.
a very important thing where it's like you spend a little bit of time on it every day, and then like you incorporate it while you're sleeping. So that's a huge
Yeah.
aspect of it too.
Yeah, repetition and like taking some time to redo what you did like the time before. Because if you just learn something new every single time, you're never gonna assimilate what you learned the previous lessons. So sometimes going over stuff is how it can stay stuck in your brain.
All right, well, thank you so much. This was really fun. I think I'm going to go ahead and end the
My pleasure.
stream. Everyone in
Yeah.
chat, let's see, we got Zylock, Nana, Shu, Kirk, a lot of people today. Thank you so much for hanging out, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I'll go ahead and end the stream. I'll stay in voice chat here so we can chat for a minute longer, but I'll go ahead and end the stream now.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.